I'm a very firm believer in that people are around for certain seasons in your life. Poverty mindset is so real. Who else is this life supposed to be about besides me? Oh, okay. Hey y'all, my name is Chelsea, but you can call me AC, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am teaching you all how to change your life. I'm just playing. I don't know how to change your life, but I know how I'm leveling up my life, and this is my plan on how I am going to go about that. And maybe you guys can get something out of this video as well. Or maybe you just like these type of videos and you just want to hear me talk a little bit. Either way, let's get into it. If you want to change your life, the first step in this process is you need to understand who you are. A lot of people struggle with understanding themselves, and learning yourself is a lifelong journey, but you really have to have a strong sense of self and self-identity before you can even get started on a process of wanting to change things in your life. Fortunately for me, I have always had a strong sense of self, and I'm very ambitious. And from a young age, I've known what I want out of life. Not necessarily the steps to get there, but it's like I always known that I want to not live in survival mode anymore. I want to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it with no consequences whatsoever. And I want to just wake up every day and be happy and in love with the environment that I create for myself. So that's like the main goal that I have in life, and I've always been determined to get to that point, and everything else is just a stepping stone. But as I was growing up, I did struggle with anxiety and panic attacks. I was getting to a point where like I would feel things so strongly that I could not control my emotions, and I did struggle with that for a while. What really helped me was leaning more into my spirituality, and a part of that I feel like is beneficial for everyone regardless of your religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs. I feel like shadow work can be beneficial for anybody. I don't have like a textbook definition of shadow work, but shadow work to me means uncovering the hidden parts of yourselves, like your traumas, your limiting beliefs, your triggers, resentment that you may have that you just tend to not acknowledge because you would rather avoid those strong feelings than to actually deal with them. So that's what shadow work is to me, and I'm not gonna lie, that is a hard process to get through. It took me about 2 years on my spiritual journey to get to the point where I am now, and that I'm comfortable with myself and comfortable talking about my journey and all the long nights of crying, trying to figure out what was going on inside my brain, and just really like processing feelings and feeling emotions instead of avoiding them. Definitely took me a long time, and it's not an easy process. You're going to cry a lot. If you're doing it right, you're gonna cry. You're going to sit there and question yourself, but that's what it's for. It's essential to your healing. Like, it's non-negotiable. Like, you have to do the shadow work to get to all the fun things like manifesting and all things of that such. Like, you have to put in the work first, and those that are willing to put in the work are going to reap the benefits. So you really have to target the root of like limiting beliefs. Like in my case, I grew up with a single mother. I'm the oldest of 6, so I had money blockages that I didn't even realize were a thing. Like, poverty mindset is so real. Anytime I was given money, I felt like I always had to spend it, like it was going somewhere, and I really had to sit down with myself and process why I felt that way, and process that I don't have to spend money as soon as it touches my hand. And that's something I would have never known without doing shadow work. So please sit down with yourself and ask yourself these hard questions so you can be able to liberate yourself. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but this definitely has helped me feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm definitely comfortable on my journey and able to talk about it without sitting here crying in y'all's face, and that I truly understand that everything happens for a reason. Hearing no is protection. If I'm told no, or if I think that I want something in the moment, I always understand that there's a greater plan going on, that maybe my no was protecting me from something that I wasn't ready for, or something that wasn't good for me. Even though I may think it's good for me, it might not be good for me in reality. But sometimes no means not right now, not with those people around. So like, you just have to get to a point where you understand that everything happens for a reason, and yeah, you'll be so much more peaceful, y'all. I promise you, it just feels so much better. Life feels so much more easier and carefree that way. You're gonna have bad days still, but like, you'll take everything on the chin after that, seriously. And something that really helped me in particular when I was first starting my shadow work journey is this burn book. I will put a link to this in my Amazon storefront so y'all can get it, but it's Burn After Writing, and it has like journal topics in it. They just get really personal, and they're gonna make you cry. They're gonna make you cry. If you've been through some shit, they're gonna make you cry. I've gone through things. I've had my tough days. I've had my days where I've been dead broke and I had no money. Literally nobody know, because I don't talk about those type of things, but like, I don't look like what I've gone through whatsoever. But at the same time, like, I really had to sit down with myself and lock in with myself and understand understand why I was in these patterns and things of that such. So like this page in particular, I'm not gonna show y'all what I wrote down. That would just be trifling. This section is a looking back section, and just to give y'all an example, is to take a walk through the garden of memory into the hazy half remembered days of your personal history, and which is really good for me because my memory sucks, guys. I have terrible memory. The music I loved as a child, the first thing I bought with my own money, the age which I became an adult. That's a really tough question if you've been through stuff, and especially if you're an oldest sibling. Like, that question made me cry, y'all. The person who had the greatest impact on my life. It just asks you things, and they get very personal in some sections. The hardest thing I've ever done is a prompt. This book is really good because it's going to work through some of your trauma, but also give you opportunities to practice gratitude. And it's a really good book to have and a good place to start with shadow work. Another thing that I mentioned like on my videos and stuff, as far as like my spiritual journey and my growth, that helped me a lot was journaling. I love to journal. I have multiple journals. I have journals for my feelings. I have journals for my goals. I have journals for just anything, like if I'm trying to learn something new. I think that's another big part as far as like manifesting things. When you write things down, they're more likely to come true. And I think that's like a scientific fact, actually. It's true for my case, even though like when you write stuff down, it may not be true in a moment, but it ends up happening like a couple years later. Like stuff that I've written in my journals like a couple years ago is actually true and actually manifested in my life. So I just think that writing things down is a very powerful tool. You do have to have that foundation of who you are as a person and figuring out your personal why. Why do you wake up in the morning? What are your goals and why do you want to achieve those goals? You have to have reasons behind things, so that's going to be your driving motivation. Because if you just be like, oh, I want $1 million, why? What are you going to do with it? Are you just going to have it just to have it? Are you going to blow it on just random stuff that's not going to hold any worth in a couple years? Like, you have to establish your why, otherwise everything is pointless. After you get a good sense of who you are and your personal why, you can start focusing on creating your dream life. Explaining my dream life starts with, it's the person you want to be. So the girl I want to be in 2025 has a nice job that's fun and allows me to create content and pays me well, because I don't want to be doing nothing that I'm not getting compensated for. I don't have 2 degrees for nothing, so pay me. She wants to move to a new city. I want to move, but like not a city like New York. Like, I don't want to be somewhere too much of a city, but I do want to be somewhere where I don't have to order Walmart online. Like, I want to be surrounded by things like grocery stores, like food places. Y'all know me. It wouldn't be me if I didn't mention food. But like, I want to be in somewhere that's like in between, that I can do all my hobbies and all the things that I'm interested in. Like, I want to have that opportunity to just be like, I want to wake up and I want to go do Pilates. I want to wake up, I want to go skating. I want to wake up and I want to go to an Asian market. I want to be able to have those choices wherever I do move. And I put down that I want to live in a luxury apartment, and luxury is subjective. Luxury to me means that it's within my budget and my price range, and it has nice appliances. The only thing that I really care a lot about is good lighting. But y'all, like, a space that is mine is luxury to me. As long as that AC cold, this Wi-Fi jumping, and that bed comfortable, like, that's all I care about. And it's food in that fridge. I want to look, smell, and feel good 24/7. I feel like when you look good, you automatically feel better. That's me focusing more on maintenance, because I'm not a person that focus on maintenance a lot. Like, usually I don't really too much care about those things, but I do want to get to a point where I care about those things, and I do maintenance often. Like, I get my nails done, I get my toes done, I get my hair done, I get waxes and stuff. That's stuff that I don't do currently because I don't really live in a place where that's like I can get up and just do all of that. I live in the country. When I do get to the point of where I am on this journey, I'll get to do those things and just keep myself well maintained. And I also put wears comfy and cute clothes. I love to be comfortable, but I also want to be cute when I do that. I put maintains my natural features, but a focus on maintenance, because I don't wear makeup, but I do want to get into skincare and like really taking care of my skin and really just taking care of my body. I want to do things that make me feel good. Drives a new car. I've been needing a new car. If y'all have been on this channel, y'all know I need a new car. So yeah, I want a Mazda. I really thought that I wanted a CX-30, but I kind of want a CX-5. I don't know, between the two. Really, the only difference is that one is bigger than the other. So like, we'll see. Mazda, if you're seeing this, I love y'all, and I would love to be a part of the Maserati crew. And the last thing I put on here, enjoys the influencer lifestyle while saving to fund my move out of the country. One of my dreams in life is to move abroad. Where I want to go, have no clue. I haven't traveled around enough to know. My first thought goes to Mexico because Mexico is such a like just vast country that I would love to explore some more. And I just love Mexican people. I love Mexican culture, and it differs between like which areas you're in and stuff. So I've just always been in love with that. And another language that I'm interested in learning how to speak is Spanish anyway. So wherever I do decide to maybe move, potentially, I guess it would just depend on like my family situation, because I do want a family. That's pretty much the woman I want to be. And I feel like if you're going to do this challenge too, you need to sit down and write down all the things that you want to embody as this new person, this new version of yourself. Once you establish the person you want to be, now you got to get into the steps it takes to get there. The steps that I plan on taking to get there, and don't talk about this action plan, she a little bent up, but she got it going on. And I call this the Becoming Her Challenge, or becoming him, whoever is watching this video, becoming that person that y'all want to be. We're gonna do a check-in 6 months later in January 2025 and see how far I got on this list. So my short-term goals is to establish a skincare routine, continue to build up my social media community, get a big girl job in all caps. I need a job that's gonna fund this content and monetize my YouTube channel. And also we hit 1K subscribers, y'all. Thank you so much for the people that watch my videos and the new people that may be here. Like, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all just don't know. I've been wanting to be a YouTuber for so long. Like, it's crazy that I'm actually really doing it and that I have 1,000 people subscribe to me and want to see more content from me. This is just amazing. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I want to go on 3 trips. I love to travel, and I walked the stage in December for my master's that I just completed. I do want to go back out of the country. I'm thinking Puerto Rico. We're gonna see, but that's gonna be my graduation present to myself, is to go out of the country again, build my dream wardrobe. Like, y'all, that is so important to me because I feel like I don't embody the style that I really want. Like, I want to be more girly, not too girly, but like, I like skirts, I like comfy clothes, I like to be cute, I like the Y2K like style. Like, I really want to be a mixture between Y2K and like a preppy athletic like type, because I feel like that fits me. That's what I feel cute in, and that's just what I want to build. I want to build a dream wardrobe that embodies my style. I haven't really found my style yet. I've mentioned that on other videos, but I'm definitely going to start. So my long-term goals: become debt free. So my freshman year, I did take out some student loans until I established like getting more scholarships and stuff. So I feel like that's a long-term goal for anybody that's gone to college. I want to fix my credit. My credit is not terrible, but it's not good either. So my goal for my credit is like 715. I think that's very doable. Long term, I would want to have a very high credit score because credit is important being in the United States. Another long term goal of mine is to launch some anime products. I'm not going to tell y'all my idea because some wandering eyes may be on here and might want to steal. That might be something I talk about with y'all a little bit later. I also want to host Airbnbs. Not a lot, but maybe like 1 or 2 investment properties is something that I'm interested in as well. I want princess treatment for myself and for my future partner. Like, I want to be treated like a princess. I feel like growing up and being the oldest, I've always catered to other people before myself, and I'm getting to the point where like I put myself first, and I do want a partner that treats me like a princess because I deserve that. Big Daddy, if you watching this, like treat me like a princess. I deserve to be treated like a princess. Till I have kids and stuff, then you treat me like a queen. Yeah. And to have a clean heart, mind, and spirit. That's just as far as like continuing to keep growing spiritually. Non-negotiables. We have to talk about the things that's non-negotiable on this challenge. I have to have a healthy relationship with myself. I have to establish healthy boundaries. Weekly self-care. Self-care looks different for everybody. Practice consistency, which I have been doing if y'all have noticed on my YouTube channel. Pray and meditate daily. I already pray every day. I pray every morning when I get up, but I want to implement like some specific quiet meditation time. Even if it's not just me specifically meditating, I need to have time where I just sit in silence. I put on here weekly journaling, but I journal like every other day, but I need to bare minimum do weekly journaling. Cook home meals twice a week. I have no choice in Livingston. Like, I'm gonna cook anyways. No impulse spending. Honestly, in the past year, like, I've cut out impulse spending. I don't really buy things that I don't need. I was buying a lot of clothes that could only be worn once, so that was a problem. I have to invest in some more pieces that I can rewear and stuff. Things that you have to eliminate. These are things that I am eliminating. Prioritizing others and things before myself. Period. I'm not doing that. This is my life. I come first. Some people may think they're self-centered, but I don't think so at all, because at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to sit here and sit with my feelings and sit with my emotions and sit with the decisions that I've made. And I can't sit with those things if I've been putting other people before me. I'm gonna make sure that my cup is full before I give anything else to anybody else. Eliminate doubting myself. I'm not a person that sits here and doubt myself, but I was doubting my situation and doubting my surroundings when I didn't realize that everything was happening for a reason and that like things are gonna be okay. I'll be stressing myself out and stuff, and it don't even be that serious half the time. Keep my head high, taking things one day at a time. That's something that I'm eliminating, is doubting myself and limiting myself to things, because it's a world full of possibilities and opportunities out here. There's no reason for that. Negative thinking and speaking, I definitely need to eliminate that. Every day is not going to be perfect, but when those negative thoughts creep in my mind, I need to do a better job of identifying like, hey, I had this thought, but I'm not going to listen to that because I know something better is coming and stuff like that. I just want to rewire the way that I speak about myself and about my situation and just about life in general. Eliminate not celebrating myself, neglecting the fact that I'm such an overachiever and that I'm such a goal-oriented person that I didn't celebrate each achievement. Anytime I achieve something, I need to be celebrating myself, and that's something that I need to start doing. Eliminate a quest for perfection. I used to be a perfectionist so bad, y'all. Like, it was terrible. I just have high standards for myself, and there's nothing wrong with having high standards, but you also have to realize that everything's not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Every piece of content that I put out doesn't have to be perfect, because nobody's perfect. Like, I had to get over that. And now that I've gotten over that, I've been able to post more consistently. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I said eliminate toxic people in my circle. And this list, this challenge that I made is kind of old, if y'all can't tell, because some of this stuff I have already implemented in my life. I've gotten to the point where I pretty much have cut off like so many people. And I feel like it's necessary when you get to different stages in your life. Like, if you watch my college video, I'm a very firm believer in that people are around for certain seasons in your life. Going into this new season of my life in a clean slate. Like, I don't have no baggage relating to nobody toxic. Like, I don't want nothing toxic in my environment, in my space, period, because that I don't deserve that. I don't put out that type of energy. I don't deserve it in my space, and it's not wanted, it's not welcome. I really have eliminated a lot of toxicity around me, and not even just that, you know, everybody's toxic, like everybody was the problem. I feel like I'm a person in people's lives that people dump a lot of their emotions and things on me, which is cool because I'm a very understanding person, and I understand why somebody would want to talk to me, because I am easy to talk to. But at the same time, like, other people's problems start to weigh you down. Was taking other people's problems so seriously that it was affecting my mental and affecting what I got going on, and it's not worth it at that point. It's not worth it. Yeah, don't do that. Because like I said earlier, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to figure out the things to practice that align with your goals. So self-love and self-dating. I do that sometimes. I want to love on myself more, because if I want princess treatment from my partner, I have to treat myself like a princess. So it starts with self. Practice discipline. If I say I'm going to do something, I need to do it. I need to show up for myself. If I expect others to show up for me, I need to show up for me. Practice having confidence. I am a very confident person, but I need to be confident in my abilities as well. And my abilities as a creator and as an influencer, I need to be confident in all my aspects of my life to continue doing what I'm doing. So I need to practice stimulating my mind and my spirit. Like I said earlier, I don't have good memory, so I think I need to start working on those things now, because dementia and Alzheimer's like is definitely a thing that's prominent in my family. I need to start working on it now. I need to be doing the mind games, them puzzles. That's why I picked back up reading. Like, I need to start working on it now so I can remember something. I want to be able to remember things. I'm gonna start working on that. That was so random, but for real, like, y'all, for real, I'm serious. Letting my creativity flow is another thing I want to practice. Like, I was drawing and painting at one point in time. I need to get back into that, because I'm a person that I am not creative off the top of my head. Like, if somebody gives me a blank canvas, I would not know what to do with it. And I feel like I need to work on stimulating myself creatively so I can just be a better creator. And practice consistent routines. I just have to be consistent. End of story. Let's talk finances. So I want to create a monthly budget that also goes with having a big girl job, and do monthly audits on expenses. So I need to know what I'm spending my money on, where is it going. I want to start snowballing my debt. I want to start taking on sponsorships and brand deals. I want to get serious with that. Like, right now I'm just creating content, and I was so worried on building my community that I didn't even... It's like I did a couple brand deals, but I haven't really focused on any brand deals. So I think it's about time that I start on that. And I want to get the negatives removed off my credit. 2 things that are negative on my credit right now. And I just want to I want to get rid of those. Things I'm going to do physically to help me achieve my goals is to practice yoga 3 times a week. It just helps me ease stress and it helps my body. Something that I used to do often and I don't do as much anymore. So I do want to practice yoga more. I want to work out at least 3 times a week as well. Establish a consistent skincare routine and drink half a gallon of water daily. And to eat healthier. I'm a foodie, so eating healthy looks different for everybody. I'm not somebody that's gonna restrict myself just because. So like, I just want to eat things that make me feel good. Things I'm gonna do mentally and spiritually to further myself on this path is to read, pick back up reading. If y'all watched any of my last videos, I would like to read at least 2 books a month. When I start working and stuff, it's going to be a little bit harder to actually sit down and read. So I want to stick to at least 2 books a month after I finish my summer wrap up. Pray and meditate daily. I already put that down. That's something I'm already currently doing. I just want to focus a little bit more on meditation. Listen to more high vibe playlists. I do need to make some more, but I'm very big on music and I have different playlists for different things. I listen to high vibrational music in the morning that looks different for everybody. My version of high vibe is Pretty Girl Rock. I need to listen to those affirmations in my ear telling me that I'm beautiful, I'm confident, I can do these things. Like, that's high vibe to me, and that's what I like listening to in the morning. If you want my playlist that I listen to that makes me feel good, just let me know. I don't mind putting that out. I'm going to do another video on this in January, so it's like, how far did I get? By January, I predict that I'll have 5,000 subscribers. Very ambitious, but I believe that I can do it. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm an ambitious girly. So if you are going to do a challenge that's similar to this, you need to be checking in with yourself at least once a month and real with yourself and evaluating what's working and what's not working so you can adjust. Thank y'all for watching this video, and I know this was a little bit different than the content that I usually create, but let me know if y'all have any questions or any suggestions, or if y'all actually want a monthly check-in. I wouldn't mind doing that either, like a short little video of how far I am on my challenge and how things are going. And I love y'all. Bye.